Let's see if Ron answers the phone. We don't know if he's going to answer and give us the update we've all been waiting for. Ron, can you hear me? Hey, are you there?
How are you?
Hey, I texted you. I don't know if you got it. Can you talk now or no?
I'm gonna hear what's going on with Luigi. They're gonna keep him there for months or what?
Oh, no, I think they're going to finish up this week, but I want to know what happened with Tyler Robinson.
Yeah, okay, so, God, I don't know whether, what's the line like to get into Luigi tomorrow morning?
It's not till Thursday.
Oh, it's not
Thursday at 11:30.
Oh, Thursday, I'm not gonna be this. I think, all right. Yeah, no, well, yeah, the Tyler Robinson, whatchamacallit, we gotta talk about RJ and stuff, because we got a manpower shortage, you know what I mean? We can't, there's too much shit happening. I don't know whether to go out to Rob Reiner or up in Rhode Island, you know what I mean? But anyway.
Oh my God. Wait, what's in Rhode Island?
Well, they didn't catch the killer yet, the Providence, the Brown guy, you know what I mean?
Oh, right. I know. Oh, I totally forgot. Brown is, pardon the pun, but Brown is dead to me since the Rob Reiner thing.
Oh, yeah, that's...
You know what Ignifilo said today to the head homicide investigator for NYPD?
Yeah.
He said, don't mind my phrasing, but your homicide charge trumped that Pennsylvania charge.
The homicide charge trumped the Pennsylvania
Yeah,
charge.
yeah. But before he said the word Trump, he's like, excuse me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you get it?
Okay. So anyway, yeah, what's going on in Provo out there is the judge, can you believe this? There's something going on. He's not going to decide to December 29th, okay? Cameras in the courtroom, and there's two things. What? Cameras in the courtroom, I forget everything. I only wrote it 100 times. And, what the fuck? Anyway, the guy can't decide. They had to close their hearing for 2 hours when I was here on Thursday, finishing up last month's business. The guy wants to be a perfectionist. He was only on the bench for 3 weeks, so when he got appointed to this, and he's I think he's not like the judge that let whatchamacallit, Sean Diddy let the defense sing dance all day for 6 hours, and then they put the hammer on and send him away. So anyway, they don't like me out there, number one. Okay, so I don't know if I'm going back out there. I mean, the guy actually said we don't like you.
Wait, why don't they like you?
I don't know. It's a cultural thing, okay?
You can play Mormon.
It's a cultural thing, number one, okay? But anyway, it was only 4 public in the courtroom, okay? I screwed up because at 11 o'clock, like a couple of kids come over. They were supposed to be 10. 11 o'clock, quarter to 11, a couple of kids walk in. They were 10 feet from the shooting. But I didn't want to talk to anybody in that room because they would have kicked me out. You know what I mean? They said, if you take your cell phone out of the public, you're out of the building. So I kept it in my pocket because last time I took pictures, I took out pictures that are illegal pictures. Anyway, so we got to get a team, so you got to send you out there, RJ, because I don't know. But anyway. So
we're assembling one.
Tyler Robinson, they had 4 guys look like in Marines in fatigue. They weren't National Guard because they were kind of like they said they were federal marshals, but they weren't federal. When you walk into the courtroom first time, there's 4 military guys in fatigues with kind of like bulletproof vests on. There were 9 guys in the room with guns. They're so afraid of this guy getting whacked like Lee Harvey Oswald. It's unbelievable. You know what I mean? That's why the judge is like delaying everything. Cameras in the courtroom. Oh, that was the other thing. Courtroom security. They're still deciding courtroom security. Over 3 months into the case. It's unbelievable.
What did they have for courtroom security? They had the guys that looked like Marines?
No, they number one, you go to a metal detector. They got more security than they had for Trump. You go to a metal detector, and you can't bring a backpack in. You know what I mean? Because last time I had to hide a backpack last time. You couldn't get the backpack in the building. So they're just so concerned about security. They said there was, so they got this kind of like, what do they call it? The Utah law, they can't televise, right? So they had a camera on the right side of the courtroom, and they showed by accident his shackles. So there was a big to-do and everything, and they had to move the camera from the right side of the courtroom to the left side. If you want to just do a sketch, you know what I mean? Okay, you could bring something up and have the camera going from right side to left side. They don't know where to put the camera in the courtroom because it accidentally showed his shackles. So that was one thing. Then there's other attorneys up there, kind of like when they had for the, I forget who they had, some trial in New York, where the attorneys for the president, the Daily News, the AP get in there, or the local newspaper, the Los Angeles Times, saying, we want this thing televised. So the attorney's got to give their whole spiel for how long to say televised, when it's already in the Utah, legislative constitution that they have to televise it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but nothing's happening outside of televising and the security and a guy coming from New York because they don't like it. But I was there twice. And the guy says, the guy says you can't come back.
What? Who said that?
But I don't know. But he came. I could come back, but I don't know. But I kind of make it a big deal out of it. But anyway.
Who said you can't come back?
He solved some kind of cold case crime. I Googled him, and so they put him in charge. They all got these big black trucks, not SUVs, bigger, they're like monster trucks, and that's how they kind of like compensate, I guess, besides pay for all the bailiffs and everything. They all come in boom, boom, boom with these big trucks. They got the what do you call it? The drones. They're practicing with the drone. That guy was nice, but it's really interesting. So I told you, that girl's kind of like, she's not going to contact you, I don't think. But there's plenty of students that'll kind of like talk about it.
Do you know what her name was?
No.
Because somebody, I don't know. I have to see. I forgot. I haven't seen if she's added me or if she's contacted me. But somebody sent me a message, but I don't know if it was her or not.
What did the message say?
Well, somebody sent me like, oh, I'm living vicariously through you. It's probably a Luigi girl.
You're living vicariously. No, I got to look at mine because I didn't say anything like that. Mine was kind of like, we got to kind of like, well, here's the thing. That's right. I said, they didn't even talk about sketch artists. There was no sketch artists in there. Now, I don't know if they have a TV feed, if they're going to allow a sketch artist in there. They didn't even decide that. But if a person of the public comes in and starts drawing, they can't say that. Maybe they can consider that a picture. You know what I mean? But anyway.
Well, there was the video because I did see. I couldn't believe you. I was thinking that there was no way there was going to be cameras in there when you said it or whatever. But there was. I mean, I saw footage of him.
No, the thing is going to be televised. I could send you a couple of of what was previously shot in the courtroom. There's at least 2 videos. You know what I mean? And I'm in one of them. I'm in the back row. And I'm in the back row, and they're like 1024 in the film. I'm in the back. But I don't know, between what do you think? I want to. I'm like, I don't know what to say. I'm like 2 meters away, okay, from going after Rob Reiner. I swear to God.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? But that is such a monster, horrible story.
Oh
you know
my
I mean?
God,
And
the worst.
the thing that it's unbelievable that you don't know, but Billy Crystal, right? Billy Crystal must have been like halfway down the block. They must have been neighbors because they were able to run over, and Billy Crystal saw the bodies, which is amazing.
I know. Well, they said like Larry David was outside the house, and like I'm like everybody, and it seems like there's still like people just like camped outside the house, which seems just kind of strange to me. But
you know what? The other thing that I thought was, I don't know if you remember. Anyway, the whole thing on the was like, oh, Dick Van Dyke celebrating his 100th birthday, right? This kid, the guy the son, okay. He went to that. He was at a party, Conan O'Brien's party,
freaking everybody out.
On him. Maybe it wasn't on anything. He went around saying, "Are you famous? Are you famous?" He grew up. His grandfather was very famous, and his father's very famous, and it totally flipped him out. He couldn't deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, I saw there's
Carl Reiner was a big star. He was on TV in the 50s. Believe it or not, So it was 50, Dick Van Dyke Show, Mary Tyler Moore, all that bullshit. He made the movie The Jerk, which is funny as hell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then and then Rob Reiner's come out with the spinal. I think that spinal tattoo set the kid off because all of a sudden his father's in the news again and stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, he did so much.
His father makes a movie, the kid fucking relapses or something.
Well, Rob Reiner, I mean, you can see him on these talk shows. First, you can see him and his dad reenacting like the last scene of Princess Bride when he's like, Grandpa, will you come and read the story again tomorrow? And it's like, oh my God, to have such a caring family. But I actually have a family friend whose kid killed himself, and he was like,
it's kind of like they know who did it. It's a sad situation. What's the friggin' point? Although the guy,
he's got Karen Reed's attorney.
Okay, well, here's your one thing. The lawyer, listen to this. One of the lawyers represented Weinstein.
Which one?
A guy's name is Jackson. He represented Weinstein. The first trial, maybe.
Must have been.
So you Google the guy's attorney's name is Jackson, and he like 10 years ago or something, whatever. And but the thing is, it's kind of like a morbid case. Why go? Because it's not like something up in the air. All you're doing is hanging out. It's kind of like a big funeral type thing.
The whole thing is like, is he gonna go on the stand? I mean, the whole thing. He just missed his first court appearance, and he's got Karen Reed's attorney or whatever, and so the whole thing is going to be like him pleading insanity. And
right, he was supposed to have an arraignment today, okay, or something. He was in court 8:30 supposed to be, and his lawyer comes out and he sits before 2 dozen press, which is kind of like a New York crowd, I guess. 2 dozen press that he said, "Here he's postponed because we got to make a medical determination." Sure, the guy's nuts. Everybody knows he's nuts. I mean, come on.
I can't believe that he stuck around, but like, I guess if you're able to do that, I mean, anything you see with him, you can see the scariness. Oh, like there's some interview with Rob Reiner because he did some whole movie where he let the kid be like the star actor, and it's all about addiction. He's talking about how like he understands his son more, and his son understands him more, and he's doing like all these labors of love with like for his child. I mean, the opposite of some like egotistical big shot dad or whatever. And he says like, I think he's like, now I understand more so what my child is thinking. And the sons, you see his face and his eyes go. He's like, oh, does my dad know I think about killing him every day?
You know that the night before, the night that they got killed. Wait, they got killed during the day. They were supposed to meet Obama and Michelle.
The kid?
Conan O'Brien, the night before, the day they got killed, that night, which was Sunday night, there was a fake meet the Obamas. You know what I mean? It's such a wild thing. But anyway, and then he must have been detached from his kid. I can understand because they I think it was 2016. The kid's on drugs. It was 5 years ago, and he makes kind of like a documentary about it. You know what I mean? They make a movie and they call the kid Charlie or something. So He's one of the people who just had to keep on working and working and filming. Who knows? But anyway.
But so what was your vibe of Tyler Robinson? How did he come off to you?
All right, so I'm not gonna go to Luigi on Thursday. I got
You were gonna show up tomorrow, but you were gonna. But
you've been how many days you've been to Luigi? Don't say all of them.
Every day.
Oh God, you got something. We got it. I don't know. You really got something there. You know what I mean? Because I had seen your the thing you published related to what's his name, David Pecca. Today's your birthday with the Beatles.
Oh,
I think that's fantastic, especially if somebody didn't know what was. It's the first time they find out what David Pecca's doing. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You got like all the narrative, and you got the sponge and everything. From
Yeah.
Ross. It's pretty good. And you got Trump with the red tie every once in a while, and you got Navarro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We loved that David Pecker. He was a wealth of knowledge, wasn't he?
You cheated one bit when you had to picture the lady. She was a lady. She bought 3 spots at one time, and finally, she was the one who put $500 in my hand, and I wasn't taking it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she offered me $1,200 out of her purse to leave after lunch. I should have taken that.
Yeah, but she was there, but she wasn't there for for David Pecca. You know, she was later on in the trial, like 2 weeks or something. Maybe she was there for Cohen or something, but she wasn't there for David Pecca. But anyway.
Yeah. But
yeah. All right.
Wait.
So,
okay. What? But let me ask you. So you were in the courtroom though with Tyler Robinson, right?
Yeah, twice. The kid looked like he. The mother was crying. He looks more like his father. His brother looks normal.
So his mom showing up. Tyler's mom?
It was the first time that he was physically there, not like a jail appearance on the screen.
Why did? Okay.
He looks like he's like. You see, I don't know. Maybe they just look younger to me, but actually, he doesn't have the swagger that Luigi has. No way. You know what I mean?
No.
He has this timid, shy, shoplifter look. That's what he looks like. You know what I mean? He looks like a kid that got caught shoplifting and he's frozen. But anyway, I don't know. And then they said he was smirking. I don't know.
So he didn't seem, because that's how it came off from like the video or whatever, that he seemed kind of like deranged or whatever. But you'd say in person, he seemed more like shy and meek.
He's very timid and shy. Yeah. No, the guy, whatchamacallit, Rob Reiner's kid looks more deranged than even Tyler. You know what I mean?
Totally deranged.
The pictures of Rob Reiner's kid, you could see that even when they're hugging each other, they're like, don't even touch. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm telling you. When Rob Reiner's like, I understand now more what goes through my kid's head. You should have seen the eyes on that kid. He's like, if his dad was seeing his thoughts, he was in major trouble.
Yeah, but but Tyler Robinson was just casual. You feel sorry for the mother. Long hair, looks nice, all red eyes. A lot of local reporters. One of the things kind of interesting is I kind of learned, I mentioned this to RJ, is I guess the big news organizations like Adam Reese and all those people, NBC and CBS, they divide the United States up. So like the West Coast team is covering this or whatever. And there's not much people there. Nobody from New York goes to Tyler Robinson. There's only one guy, Michael Ruiz from Fox News, and I got his email, and I seen him. He was there like all the time. But it's kind of like, for us, that's why I said we need more manpower, because the East-West Coast is kind of tough. You know what I mean? But I know you can get like a lot more students there from that thing. I put that girl on because, my God, she could say she's 20 years old. You know what I mean? And be talking to a 20-year-old, all she has to do is, press a button. You know what I mean? And I look guilty. You know what I mean? But even though,
is that what they got you on?
Friendly, very helpful. You know what I mean? And I didn't mention her name. I wrote something, but she works as the Juice and Java, 200 feet from the courthouse. I got a picture of the place. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. What about the 4 people that came in that were right there at the gunshots?
What was it? What?
Didn't you say that 4 kids came in that were right there when it happened?
No, yeah, three kids came in. I was like, anyway, I played safe to make sure I get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't know what it is, but they were 10 feet from the shooting. One kid was 10 feet. It's in an article. He came in late. Somebody interviewed him, and he was 10 feet from the actual shooting, and he saw the whole thing.
Oh, so someone interviewed him? Did you talk to any of them?
In fact, I could probably get the guy's name on the article. You know what I mean? But that's the whole thing. So when you go to the campus, I would try to go to the campus like 10 days after the shooting. And they said, you're allowed on the campus. You just have to provide an email and an ID because they didn't want strangers running around the campus. They kind of like push it off. When I went to the courthouse on Thursday, actually, I was there Wednesday. I said, is Tyler Robinson here tomorrow? And the people like saying, yeah, well, maybe. You know what I mean? So I go to the court clerk. We're encouraging the public to watch it on TV. She didn't say you could go in the building. She said, we're encouraging the public to watch it on TV. You know
wow.
what I mean? And when they set up the line, they didn't set up a media line and a public line. They said it's all one line.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So I was like number 5 or something. I didn't care.
Perfect.
You know what I mean?
This is our dream court situation.
What's that?
This is our dream court situation.
No, it's I'm telling you, you can get into this thing very easily.
That's what I'm saying.
No, especially with your skills, and you're like, you got no problem sleeping on the sidewalk. So somebody came by to me, and they kind of like said, the building opens at 8. It's kind of like you're infringing on our territory. You know what I mean? And you're being like a rude person.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm gonna wait to the side off the property, and they said that's okay. You know what I mean? So
yep.
If you wait offside off the property with a Denny's, or you eating at Denny's up the block, you got no problem getting in, and you're gonna you do what you want with your sketches.
Plus, I have a press pass pending as we speak.
Yeah, no, we're kind of because this trial, and people are trying to guess when the trial. It's not going to be told. They can't even decide what to you know what I mean? They can't decide on anything. So
they're really that worried about. I mean, when has a person been killed in a courtroom though? Assassinated. I mean, how would this guy get attacked and killed inside the court?
Oh, right. And then I didn't even see when I left, and supposedly they closed
by Mormons
when they brought him in. Because somebody, who knows, they're considering this, I think, in their minds. Number one, it's a small town. It's a kind of like small state, but it's a small town. And they're considering this like a political assassination. They're like dealing with it as if like a senator or Trump, you know what I mean? That type of thing. They're dealing with like a political assassination, and they're trying to protect this guy in case there's a revenge type thing. They don't want that on their on their record. But anyway, so they closed down the street and everything to bring this guy in, and who knows. But anyway, it's different. It's different out there. It's very different out there. Because even that young girl from the Java place, she says everybody's allowed to carry. You know what I mean? A weapon. Okay? But they got it in their culture where they keep the weapon on their side. They're not like New York. You know what I mean? That's why they're allowed to carry, because supposedly in their culture, they're trained. They only use it for defense or hunting.
Are the Mormons carrying guns?
No, the Mormons aren't carrying guns.
But can they carry guns?
Maybe they are. I don't know.
I don't know.
There's a beautiful church in the middle of the town, and there's 80% of the town is Mormon. You know what I mean? But it's a beautiful church in front of the town. But but it's got this odd angle to it. This whole Tyler thing. You know what I mean? But anyway.
Oh, well, I mean, what do you think about, have you been, you've obviously been following it. What do you think? Do you believe like the conspiracies? I don't even know what the conspiracies are.
No, that's the whole thing. The attorney kind of saying it's, that's the whole thing. Because they hold the bank on the media. They're saying, well, there were people who had threats the previous day, and then, there was this kind of issue. I think something happened with issue within a 72-hour period. But I don't think it's a conspiracy. I think it's this kid, just a hate killing, I think.
And what was he was like possessed by, the story is that he felt divinely chosen or something to killed.
Yes. See, that's what the thing. See, that's why they should have. They moved the case along. Here's the thing: the guy hasn't even had his arraignment yet. Okay. If it happened down the block, I'm up on West 72nd Street. If it happened in Central Park yesterday, they'd have the arraignment next week. You see what they're doing in Los Angeles? It happened Sunday. They have the arraignment Tuesday. You know what I mean? That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take the guy, you think this is him, boom, put him before the judge, guilty, not guilty. You don't wait 4 months to do it. You know what I mean? That's one lady, an older reporter I talked to out there says, they move very slow, very slow, very slow. Ridiculous. That's justice denied, and you're supposed to have a speedy trial under the Constitution. You know what I mean?
Well, but then Chelsea Manning was like, they're torpedoing, with Luigi. She's like, they're going too fast with Luigi.
Well, they think they're going too fast. Well, that's possible, but who knows? But he's not going to get the death penalty in New York City. Give me a break. You know what I mean? 1963. And I think they're lucky they don't throw out the gun, the backpack.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, there was actually it was a little bit exciting today because
he should have. I don't know whether he got copied. Why did he stop moving? He kind of had his escape plan. He should have why did he stop? He should have grabbed the burger, walked out the door. I mean, the state.
I don't know.
And walked out, and he stopped. Or this ice jar says, right? The second he saw the cop, he should have got out and go. You know what I mean? Maybe they would have chased him down the block and questioned him anyway. But I think obviously he slipped up. So I think
well, what?
They got pictures of him smiling now, right? I mean.
What'd you say?
They got some good photos of Luigi smiling. His fan club, his commissary account is probably doubling.
Oh yeah, they can't hold themselves back. They're like wooing, they're fawning in the courtroom.
Luigi girls still going or what?
Oh yeah, stronger than ever. I wouldn't have got in today. I would have been cut off if they didn't let me in. Luckily, the courts are holding me.
No, that's good. Well, I'm going to try to be at the one January 9th. And then the judge is going to make a ruling next week or something on some evidence.
I don't know how this is going to end or how they're going to argue for their decisions or whatever. But apparently there was a big slip up because the homicide investigator Ignifilo was questioning him. And he's like, so you came to Pennsylvania and you put Luigi in a room with audio and video tape and you videotaped him and you all left the room for a while and you still were audio taping him and videotaping. Like, are you aware whether that's legal or not? And then they had a big long sidebar and then there was no more questions about the whole questioning.
No, it's amazing that you get to do all that. Because I think what's interesting is the way they suppressed it, that the fact they didn't even say there's going to be this major hearing. All they said is going to be one hearing. It may go a little further. And that's going like 7 days. Come on.
I know. It's like a full trial. Yeah, I've never seen anything like it.
You seem like the whole trial. That's fan, and Luigi's got such a fan base. It's for you at least, it is very good.
It's like, how do we throw the system? I mean, the real question is because his real followers 100% believe in their hearts that he did it, but they still love him and they think it's a justified. It's like the argument is for him being a modern American Day war hero, and it's like for most sense and purposes he is, and he certainly acts like one.
Yeah. So the other thing was. The RJ section today was, see, the way they keep things hidden. Tomorrow, Bill and Hillary were supposed to testify regarding Epstein, and they're going to push it back to next week.
Who's supposed to testify?
Hillary Clinton first, and then Bill Clinton about Brian Epstein. He's supposed to testify before Congress tomorrow.
They are.
I just found out about it today. Now, they said it's postponed. The reason I found out it's postponed into next Wednesday or Thursday. So then I got to find out. RJ says we definitely got to go if we get open to the public.
Oh, in New York.
In Washington. I went to a hearing of Bill Barr. Bill Barr was after Trump got rid of his first attorney general, I forget, Sampson or something like Simmons or whatever. from the South. He selected Bill Barr, and I went to one of Bill Barr's confirmation hearings. So it's open to the public. So if it is, but I don't think there's no way Bill Clinton is going to walk in there and testify under oath about Brian Epstein. You know what I mean?
Oh,
He just isn't going to do that. He'll take a contempt of Congress charge before he'll walk in there and say, "Yes, I was with a 17-year-old girl." You know what I mean? No way.
What? What's Hillary testify? I didn't.
They got to bring Hillary in. Their policies are so much bullshit. You know what I mean? That's why. And Trump. What do you think about Trump saying about Rob Reiner? Trump syndrome. It's crazy. You know.
I mean, it's like that's how, you know what? It's like Trump gets so pissed off when somebody that he liked. And it's the same thing with Diddy. It's like when somebody that he liked and he considered a friend, or like, you know, he probably liked some Rob Reiner movies. When somebody doesn't like him, that he wants to like him, he cannot get over it. Death won't stop him from that petty feud. Like it's not over. It's never over. Now it'll never be over.
So,
that's a talent.
You said Thursday, right?
Yeah, Thursday at 11:30. But so you're gonna stay out there for a while?
I'll try to send you some stuff on maybe get the one with the student's name. I'll try to send you some stuff on Tyler Robinson. Okay?
Yeah.
And then you see, number one, there's no urgency because this trial is not going to be into September to December of next year. September's early. It could even be 2027. You know what I mean? But who knows? But so we got to concentrate on Luigi again on the federal side in January, which is January 9th. He's supposed to be there, right?
Oh God! So we barely get a break at all.
And that when you don't get the cards, so I don't know what they're going to do with that. That's a whole different thing.
Well, usually they're better to the public coming in federal court. Like they'll do an overflow room, you know. Criminal court's the worst for making room for people.
Yeah, you got good stuff. I just found my wallet, my number 3 on the wristband. The ones that the girls printed out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
the girls are getting okay.
But you see, so let me ask you this then, right? So you're in the courtroom at least for 7 days. Magnifico knows you, probably Karen Friedman. The bailiffs all know you. What about Luigi? Has he recognized you a couple of times?
I mean, he's.
Whatever he kind of looked around, and you know what I mean. So he kind of.
Yeah, he's looked at me, before, but I'm not totally in love with him yet, you know. So I'm usually like trying to like work really fast, so I'm not really paying attention. But I think once I get the press pass, I'll be able to move up a lot closer. So I wonder how that will change like the whole dynamic. Because he'll see me as like one of the followers, like the ascending Luigi girl. But probably I've been there maybe more than anybody else. Probably more than anybody else.
No, net. You got very, very low. We got lucky. You got lucky. I got lucky. You got lucky in terms of that you had 7 days of like a trial. And hearing, because they started releasing to the public the 911 call and the videos and stuff, which we had seen last week. But,
they said we're not releasing any of this evidence to the press until the trial, and then it all came out. It was all on Instagram immediately. So I don't get how that works, but this my other question is, why do you think that Luigi's family and his mom and nobody is there?
Could you repeat that?
Why do you think that Luigi's mom and none of his family is there?
What did you say about his family?
Why do you think none of them are showing up?
Oh, that's interesting. So number one is, that's interesting. Number one is they only mention his mother. I don't know if I gotta look if his father is dead or if they're separated. But they only mention his mother in the article. And why does he have no family support? Is a good question. I mean, it's Tyler Robinson, his mother there was trying.
Yeah.
So maybe, who knows?
Yeah, I'm really interested in that. Like, is that a move? Like,
some people, okay, some people have it in their body, their genes. Oh, I'm not going to go to New York with it.
Yeah, my parents have that.
Yeah, that's what I think. I don't think it's kind of like, it's kind of like even with the Trump, how come only Eric, not Donald, or the same thing with Nitty. But maybe the trial, the family will be there. But all
for your sons, okay, there's one thing. Oh, I'm not going to go to New York, but for your son's murder trial, I mean, that's a little bit beyond like state lines.
Luigi has a relative or an uncle that's like a state senator. But they call him delegates down there, but he's in part of the state government. You know what I mean? So they want to kind of like maybe like Menendez. It's kind of like brushing under the carpet type of thing. Who knows?
And it's funny because meanwhile, the Ignifolos have their whole family in the court. They got grandma, they got daughter, they got Karen is hugging the stenographer and like brushing her mom's hair in the courtroom. It's kind of a weird. It's like they're his.
Let me ask you: do any of those Luigi girls like speak up at all? And they like if the other guys to come over and say, "Shut up, where you gonna go?"
They're they're like pretty cool. That some of them, a few of the marshals let all the Luigi girls run to the other. They were the one was trying to keep them to like sit in the right rows or whatever. And they all made a mad dash. And I didn't do it because that's my law. I always respect the marshals to the nth degree because I need them to like help me out in the final hour, But for the most part, they're like pretty respectful. No, it's everybody's. It's like there's if there's anybody left out, it's like one or two people a day, and it's like caused by John. It's like everybody can get in. I think even if you didn't get in, like I didn't get in today technically, and I just went to the other entrance and I went up there, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we'll get you in," because they already know that they're working on my press pass and everything. And they'll even like let people without cards in at lunch. It's not like so desperate, which I hope that I hope that it is just like that. They should be letting everybody in. There's so much room in there. It's ridiculous to leave anybody out that wants to go. But it's not bad, but it might be over on Thursday. I think they're wrapping up or they're trying to.
I wish I could have seen more, but I can't see two breaks at one time.
No, we needed you there. You're the only one. You're one of four in public at Tyler Robinson. I know, and that's why I'm like, oh, I know why Ron didn't tell me because he needed me at Luigi. He was too scared I'd run out there to Tyler Robinson.
One factor is there's a house there, go any place, it's 19 degrees. You don't want to be out there 19 degrees. A nice July trial would be nice. But anyways. All right. I'll be in touch with you. I try to send you some stuff on Tyler.
Okay. And how's the bar scene over there in Mormonville? How's the bars out there? The Mormon bars.
How's the what? Mormon what?
Bars.
Yeah, there's one place for EBGs on Friday. It's pretty good. They got funny rules. You got to give like an ID with it to match your debit card, and it's kind of like it'll make a difference, but it's all right. It's nice.
Oh God.
But it's just a small town. It's just a quaint town. Couple of nice places, but anyway.
Well, see if you can talk to anybody out there and get any.
But there's valleys around the whole place. I think at one time it was used for like the Winter Olympics. You know what I mean? I mean, really big mountains. You know?
Oh yeah. I don't know.
Even I said to RJ, even if I don't go in the book, because I don't want to I'm not looking to wind up in Shax's. You know what I mean?
What did you do? Why don't they like you?
No, but the thing is, I can still get the vibe. I can still talk to people. You know what I mean? I can still write about it or whatever, or experience it. Especially if you have the Mangoes, they had two people in the courtroom and one person in the hallway for Luigi. You know what I mean? But anyway, we'll see how it goes. It's an interesting thing going on. But I don't want to wind up in trouble.
What?
What are you going to say? You got to get the full judge. He said he took out his cell phone on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Be careful with that.
It's kind of like, you get banned from the building in New York. They kicked me out of the courtroom. They fell asleep when the judge said, okay, you're not allowed to leave the courtroom. This is going bidding. And I get up and I go to the restroom. The main bailiff says, what are you doing? You violated the judge's order. I can't let you back in.
I know. I feel like I had to tackle you in that moment. I feel like...
You do things by accident, and they can't really hold it to you like 4 days later, you know?
I know. That was a slip up.
Merry Christmas. You have a good holiday if I don't talk to you.
Okay, Merry Christmas. Let me know right when you're back.
Okay. All right.
Okay, and send me some videos and stuff.
I'll try to send you something, yeah.
Okay. All right, good to talk to you. Good work.
Let me know if it's something you can work it into a picture and everything, you know what I mean? Because I didn't follow all this guy, Charlie Kirk, or the
I don't. I have
the stuff on the internet with the conspiracy and all that stuff. I didn't get it. You know what I mean?
No. I wait till the trial.
There's a lot of stuff on TikTok and stuff like that. Somebody got a second assassin and stuff. All right.
Okay. Okay. Good work. Stay safe.
Bye.
All right. Talk to you soon, Ron. And that's the breaking news from Provo, Utah. Outside the scene. I wonder what they didn't like Ron about. What they had an issue with him in the courtroom. My hands staying warm? Do my hands look like they're not circulated and old and dead? Okay, this is a lot of court. Now I have to go work on putting out something about Luigi and posting my stories that I was going to post. That I did post actually today that never posted. Pip, and you're freaking barking at yourself? You're freaking barking at the man in the mirror during our Provo Intel meeting? Like a little wacko? Oh my gosh. Are you a little wet? Are you a little wet on your back? Did you go under my frozen beer that exploded? Well, that's funny. See that guy, Tyler? They definitely made him look like a deranged type of guy. But it's like totally, he got out deranged real fast by the fucking, whatever. Reiner. The Reiner kid has out deranged us all. Whew. God. It's a killing season, but I guess this is the end of the year of the snake is what they tell me. And I don't know. Apparently everything's shedding. And And then comes our Renaissance Pip. Thank God. Thank God, Pipper. Okay, let me end this. Maybe I'll come back on and do a Luigi. I'm going to have to do a Luigi thing on something and record my thoughts beyond my long form trial drawing book, graphic novel coming soon. Love you guys.